because
Right.
everybody can see it for themselves. The matrix of mendacity is the term that juxtaposition has created to explain the insanity of almost anything we see now. The matrix of mendacity is a full spectrum dominance environment founded entirely on falsehoods in contrived narratives. This construct, operating as a sophisticated, militarized matrix, functions simultaneously as a prison, a rabbit hole, and a maze. It is defined architecturally beyond mere two-dimensional systems, extending into the realms of the third, fourth, and even fifth dimensions of time and space. It's characterized by the foundational deceits of predetermined choice, the array of false symbols and real symbols, and illusions of sovereignty.
Yeah, I like that. That that's what it is.
Yeah, I figured it's nice to be able to share these as images, or as I just did, put it up so people can read it when we use these terms without having to go in and fill in these details retroactively. But yeah, everything now, because what I just said, there's a seemingly less and less tangible, hold it in your hand, verified evidence, and so that really just kind of forces things to exist within the matrix of mendacity.
Well, again, I'd like to point out it's always been that way. So that's not new. Okay.
Mhm.
So when we had the John Kennedy assassination, they didn't release any evidence on that either, right? And they had people like Dan Rather and Walter Cronkite, bald face lying to the camera, lying to the camera. That was in 1963. They're lying to the camera. Okay. They're making up lies. Dan
Mhm.
Rather lied. He said he watched the Zapruder film and that the shot came from the Earth. That's a bald faced lie. He didn't look at any film at all. The film is in Rochester, New York, being developed by the CIA, Kodak Hawkeye Laboratory, which is the only lab that does Kodachrome film. So Dan Rather is a bald-faced liar. So why they were doing that in 1963? So why would you think things are different today when Megyn Kelly parades out James Woods to tell you that his home burned down in Pacific Palisades just a few months ago? At the beginning of this year in January 2025, James Wood cried on the Megyn Kelly show that he stood in his driveway